Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness and another album review. Before I continue, however, a quick reminder the fundraiser continues. For those of you unaware, I am a disabled individual, and I use a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything regarding my scooter. They view it as a quote luxury item. And this is despite the fact that I am unable to utilize a regular wheelchair or any other type of scooter for that matter, only having the use of one hand and to a limited degree at that. So, with all of that stated, I have a spot fund account link below. The reason I'm doing this is to acquire the necessary parts to refurbish my scooter and make it pristine and fully functional in all manners of capacity. Now, it's starting to fail in certain areas. It is several years old, and I need to have parts replaced ASAP. And I also need parts on hand so that when parts begin to fail, I can have them replaced ASAP as opposed to being stuck. Basically, I'm unable to walk whatsoever, and without my scooter, I am a fish out of water. I do not have any type of backup wheelchair or scooter. This is all I have, the one scooter, and without this, my independence is pretty much out the window. And I pride myself on my independence. I strive to be independent in my everyday life to the best of my abilities and to the capacity I am capable of given my limitations. However, with all of that stated, I do my best to maintain my quality of life, and that's what this is all about. Is really being able to sustain my quality of life via my scooter by keeping it fully functional and having parts on hand to replace as parts go. Like I said, there is a spot fund account set up below, and it's in two places below the title and the description, as well as in a separate section below the actual description for the album I will be reviewing. It's easy to contribute, takes a few seconds, and it really is appreciated. And it's going towards a good cause because I do not want to be reliant on people 24/7 for my care, basically, as I prefer to take care of myself. So, if I can continue to do that to the best of my abilities, that is what I will continue to do. So, any and all help is welcome. Please do what you can. And a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, as well as to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Also, to those who aren't able to contribute, please like and share or comment something. Um, Let me know your thoughts on this album I'm going to be reviewing, or the artist, and any other uh, things you want to share. You are welcome to contact me in the description. You'll find a link to my Facebook. You can access me there and message me privately, or you could also reach me via my email address, which is also listed in the description, along with the Amazon Media Awareness wish list and other links as well. So, a few days ago, on March 1st of 2024, Bruce Dickinson has released his newest solo album. Now, I'd mentioned in to my reactions to a couple of these songs that I'm more of a fan of Bruce's solo material as opposed to his material with Iron Maiden. I do like him with Maiden, don't get me wrong. I saw him live perform with Iron Maiden um, back for the Brave New World tour, and it was astounding. But I am really a fan of his solo work, and the Mandrake Project was something I was made aware of recently. I didn't really know a lot about it prior to, God, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, if that. And when it came to my attention, I was excited. I really was. And now the album is out. As you can see, I'm not holding the album in my hand. Um, I did not get a physical copy yet, and I was not provided with one from BMG or any other distributors. So I'm going. This review is based on the Spotify listing of the album, as I've heard it several times today. And I wanted to bring you this review based on my thoughts, as I did voice some thoughts on the two songs I did hear, Rain on the Grave, which I did reaction to, as well as um, Sonata in One of My Beloved, I believe. I'm not looking at the track list right now, but I am going to be shortly. And both songs were really good. So I had no doubts that the album would be impressive. Sadly, I cannot show you the album physically or review the packaging as I would have liked to have done, but hopefully sometime soon I will have this album in hand and I will be able to have it added to my Bruce Dickinson solo album collection alongside all the Iron Maiden albums as well. Bruce's solo material has always had a real unique appeal for me, and it's always been real diverse as well as somewhat darker in some ways, um, very macabre in others, um, and really filled with mystery and intrigue. And the Mandrake Project is no exception. So I'm going to go through these tracks, and like I said, I will at the end of this, I will give you my opinion on this album, The Mandrake Project. Now, if you listen carefully, you can hear the album playing in the background via Spotify. Hopefully, this does not affect my video in terms of a copyright strike, but I believe it's low enough in the volume as not to matter. Hopefully. So I'm going to run through the track listing. As you can tell, my face has gotten brighter, which means, of course, for those of you who are fans of my channel, that my WordPad document has been pulled up and is shining a bright white on my face, making me look even more pale than I look normally. But that's okay. This is a Bruce Dickinson album review after all, and it's all about the darkness and vampires and demons and such. So let us dive in. So we have this is the like I said, this album is called The Mandrake Project. It was released on March 1st of 2024, and this is off of Spotify. So this is all I was able to access. We have track one, which is playing currently, Afterglow of Ragnarok, which is a really, really intense song. I'm really digging this one. The next song is track 2. And let me see, why is this not working? Many Dooms, Many Doors, I'm sorry. Many Doors to Hell, which is another really great track. There aren't, okay, let me just preface this by saying there aren't any bad tracks on this album at all. I did voice some criticisms in my reactions to the drum sound, but after hearing the entire album, I kind of take those back because the drums really hit hard throughout the album, and in the context of the album itself, it works in terms of the sound and the overall mix. So I do take that back, what I said about the drums. But uh, number that was number 2. Track 3 is Rain on the Grave, which I did a reaction to. You can see that on my channel here. And that was a really catchy song, really good song, good video as well. So, track 4, Resurrection Man. Track 5, Fingers in the Wound. This album is so good. Track 6 is Eternity Has Failed. Track 7, Mysteries of Mercy. Mistress of Mercy. I'm sorry. Mistress of Mercy. Um, Track 8, Face in the Mirror. Track 9, Shadow of the Gods. And track 10, Sonata Immortal Beloved, which is the track I did my last Bruce Dickinson reaction to. Now, as far as standout tracks go on this album, there are none. The whole album, the whole album stands out. This is one of Bruce Dickinson's finest albums. I cannot wait to hold it in my hand. This is one of the best albums he has ever done as a solo album. I have all of his previous solo albums, and I wasn't sure because I love The Chemical Wedding. That is probably my second favorite now. But hearing the Mandrake Project in its entirety just blew me away. The musicianship on this album is top notch. Everyone is in tight form. Really performing well. Bruce's vocals are as strong as ever. And lyrically, it's a really deep, dark experience. And it's an adventure. And it has passion. It has intensity. It has depth. And you don't really get that from a lot of artists today. So it's really a refreshing listening experience. And it's just Bruce Dickinson at his finest, I would say. Um, there's a lot to be said for a lot of musicians that do solo projects. Some work, some don't. Some musicians can pull it off, some can't. Bruce Dickinson has always been able to deliver a quality solo album, and this is no exception. This is one of my favorite albums, if not my favorite album I've heard Bruce perform on ever. This is strong lyrically, it's strong musically, it's strong vocally, and the mix itself, as far as the sound goes, is really nicely done as well. There's a lot of uh, balance in terms of instruments from channel to channel, speaker to speaker, for those of you who are laymen um, in the audio area. And it really adds a whole nother spectrum to the sound because you have things happening on both speakers individually, and it really works well throughout this whole album. There's a lot of really interesting choices of sounds and uh, interesting guitar work on some of these songs. Um, Unexpected yet really good. There are bongos on one track. It's just it's a really good, just not good. It's a real great album actually. Um, there is no lull. There is no downturn in this album. The album really does a good job of balancing the energy throughout, and you have your highs, you have your lows, but it's all really planned out very well. So it's never a dull listening experience. And when you get to the final track, um, Sonata and Immortal Beloved, it is just tear wrenching, sobbing. That's how I was, and it's it's quite an experience, if I may say so. So there you have Bruce Dickinson, The Mandrake Project, his newest solo album. Like I said, released on March 1st of 2024. Now available everywhere music is sold, available on CD, on vinyl, on MP3, and to stream as well. I cannot wait to hold this in my hand. This album is art, and it's intense. It is really, really nicely done. I applaud you, Bruce. Great job, my friend. Excellent, excellent album. And I couldn't wish for a better experience that came out of the blue for me. And it was definitely a nice surprise in a very dreary early March here, at least in northeastern Pennsylvania, where I reside currently. So, yes, Bruce Dickinson, The Mandrake Project. You can actually see this album. It's on the Amazon Media Awareness list, which you can find in the description. You can pick up a copy on Amazon. You can pick it up on Bruce's site. You can pick it up at your local record store, assuming you have one. And if you're in northeastern Pennsylvania or traveling through, do yourself a favor and stop at Joe Nardone's Gallery of Sound, the only place in Northeast PA to buy music. It is located on Monday Street in Wilkes-Barre. And they carry everything from CDs to vinyl to t-shirts to everything. I mean, they have it all and more. It is a store that has been in business for quite some time, years prior to even my birth, I believe. And it is just the ultimate record location for all your audio needs. So check it out if you're in the area. And that was a non-sponsorship. That was just me ranting about the best place to get music here in northeastern Pennsylvania. This is Rob once again with Media Awareness. Once again, a reminder: the fundraiser continues. Please do what you can. Any and all help is welcome. I really need to make sure my scooter does not fail and I panic each morning, waking up thinking that something is not going to work. And there are times when some sounds are rather unnerving. So please, any and all help is welcome. I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.